EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to Chile, but of course sold out Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. The winner here goes to the Super Bowl, and we'll know soon enough which team that'll be as we are underway in the AFC title game. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Nix to throw right away. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 14 yards there on the first play from scrimmage. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time. Wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
Nix from the shotgun. It's Williams on the catch. Second catch of this AFC title game, but he's got a first down. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
Throw left side complete. That's Holland. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. Working out of the gun is Nix. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. A tough spot here. 3rd and 15. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs.
I know that motion coming. I know that motion. I know that motion coming. There it comes. There it is. There it is.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Boy, you suck. I know you like the back of my hand, boy. I know you like the back of my hand.
Get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive. And certainly, look, you're on the road in the playoffs. That is a suboptimal start, opening drive INT.
And, partner, sometimes I wonder, do these teams talk about it to such an extent that maybe you almost talk yourself into the turnover when you're trying to avoid it?
Yeah, maybe they get a little too worried about keeping the football, and then you give it to the other team right off the bat. And, look, we said it, on the road.
Hey,
this is just a terrible, terrible start for them.
It is, and now they've got to rely on their defense.
2nd and 6.
You about to be busy? You about to be busy? Yeah.
They'll run here, the former Longhorn with it.
Oh.
And down he goes at
I was
the
gonna try to see if you wanted to
49,
go
a
to this.
3-yard pickup. Just not a whole lot of room to operate.
I was going to try to
there
see
on
if you
that
wanted to go
carry.
to this.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On 3rd down, it's Pacheco. And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1.
This team doesn't mind running the ball in any situation, and I thought he was going to get the first down the way the play
to this.
developed, but the defense closed in and
To the
stopped him
fucking
just about a yard short.
park.
Andy Reid, some say always unpredictable.
Yeah, just to
And
get some
here
work
he
in.
says, we're going for it on 4th down. And boy, is he
Ah!
close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. He tried to do it himself, but couldn't find his way to the marker. And the Broncos will take over on downs. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Remember last time out, they threw the interception on their first drive. Good news, their defense backed them up, so it's still 0-0 here as they begin their second possession.
Yeah, and one great way to judge a defense, how do they handle what we call sudden change? When all of a sudden, you know, it goes against their offense and have to run out in the field and try and put out the fire. Give this one great kudos for getting out there and not letting that interception lead to points. Excellent job by them defensively.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Now it's Nix. He finds his man, complete. It's Holland. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a first down. Nix to throw again. Touchdown, Broncos. Cortland Sutton from 6 yards away. And the Broncos are on the board first here in this AFC Championship game. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on 4th, didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on 4th down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, that may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Yeah, we'll see if they can bring that pride, the offense, this go-around. Dancing to his left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
From the gun, Jackson. Got a man over the middle, Worthy. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Broncos are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 6-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 10-yard line. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll bring up second down.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
Now a handoff up the middle. Baxter. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Well, you know they had a third down play on standby just in case, but he says no need with that carry. Runs like that will continually earn him more work in this and future contests.
To throw is Nix. Got his man. It's Williams. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. So from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd and 3. Williams being motion left. Throwing Nix. And the Chiefs are going to get him. He'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's third down. Operating from the gun, here's Nix. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down. Here's Bryce Behringer on now to punt. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. Powers through. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on 1st down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
From a couple of yards beyond midfield, here's 2nd and 8. Jackson. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A big play there. 48 yards. And the Chiefs are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point by Butker is on target, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
On 1st down, Baxter. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. And this is caught by Williams. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a first down.
That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route. Moving the defenders towards the middle of the field before breaking to the sideline. What a completion there. Big-time arm strength. Very nice route.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. Here's Nix. Finding Williams once more, complete. So the completion good for 7 there, and it'll be 2nd down.
When you decide to run a hitch route, it really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Now a give, right side. Baxter. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A great play there. 32 yards. And the Broncos have taken the lead. Point after, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Throwing is Jackson. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down.
And maybe that touchdown on the previous drive has re-energized this offense a little bit. They've been kind of sluggish until then, but they're showing signs of life here, and they get good yardage that time and a first down.
2nd and 5. They go play action now. Jackson. He's got Brown on the out route complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Now Jackson. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. And the Broncos are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. And that now 2 interceptions thrown in the second quarter.
And you know, a lot of people look at these guys and they think to themselves that maybe, possibly, they're still thinking about the first one. And they probably are. I think in this case, he's just trying to atone for the first interception. Tried a little bit too hard, maybe forced it a bit, and instead created a second one.
To throw, here's Nix. Escaping the pressure right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. One more half to decide who takes home the Lamar Hunt Trophy as we're back underway in this AFC Championship. And we will not see a return of the dynamic kickoff. And the first drive of the second half will commence from the 30-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they have work to do in this second half if they want to earn that berth to the Super Bowl.
And I'm pretty sure this is where their coaches at halftime were saying don't panic, and then demonstrating it by not making a lot of drastic changes to the game plan. Let's just get back to doing what we've been doing all year long. That should be more than good enough. Oh, boy, tough conditions out there. I don't know if a defender slipped or what, but he had a man wide open, and that's a bad one to miss on. They don't come a whole lot easier than that one right there.
Jackson now. That's into the hands of Worthy. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. To throw is Jackson. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Jackson looking deep downfield. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. Fair catch called for, no gimme in these conditions, but he's able to look this one in. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Nix to the air. Over the middle, complete. It's Wilson. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, give him 14. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Back to throw. Nix. Well, this is caught by Williams. Will go down as a gain of 6, and that will bring up second down. Here's a quick throw out to Wilson. Second catch of this AFC title game, but he's got a first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
This quick pass complete to Sutton. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
Nick's looking to throw again. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on 1st down to set him back on 2nd. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Nix from the shotgun. Flush to his right. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Holland. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
Well, this has to count as a great team effort today, but this man, he's been at the center of all of it. Really special day for any defense to have this many sacks in a game, even more so for this player. One of the best individual efforts of the season.
A field goal try forthcoming now for the Broncos. From the right hash, this from 44 yards out. And his kick is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So the lead grows here incrementally, but I think the way their defense is playing, you feel okay with just getting 3.
They've definitely been stout so far, but now that could all change, because if one guy gets loose for 70 yards, this is a different game. But as it stands, field goals are good. Just keep adding to that lead.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a 1st and 10. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Hey, report! Report!
Again, it's Pacheco. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
It's now 3rd down and 4.
Shut! No, we change it. Shut up!
Play action. Now Jackson. And that will be incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down. Now it's Jackson. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. We're back now in KC.
You want to be a boss? You got to pay the price.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And this Bronco defense really selling out to stop the run, and it pays off. They get him behind the line twice in a row. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down. Now it's Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up fourth down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Here we go. It's Jackson on fourth down. Oh, for the third time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And the Broncos are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. Well, I guess an interception at this point on fourth down is just as bad as an incomplete pass. Either way, the ball goes over to the other side.
Yeah, it's a tough spot to be in this late in the game, and there's not a whole lot he could do there. And he winds up giving the ball away.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And the pieces have fallen into place to this point. They've got a 2-score lead in the fourth quarter. A berth to the Super Bowl resting on their ability to see this one through to the end. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one goes for 24 yards.
First down, Broncos.
To throw is Nix. This is caught. Touchdown. Mike Williams, 20.
Open up the rhyme book and read the composition. I can truly give about the competition. I'm in another atmosphere, I'm on another mission. Yeah, you know that boy Logic put pen to page like a petition. You always switching up your whole position. I can see it in your face like an esthetician. Food for thought, it's the highest caliber nutrition. Everything come out my mouth, that's my own cognition. I got out the hood, then got money in addition. I remember when that boy ain't had no pot to. They wouldn't let me in, so I never asked permission. Tours like a war, I'm getting minimum 5 mil permission. Hit the ignition and beat the emission. Like a clinician more than a musician. My flow rare like a first edition. Report for dismission. Everything I ever thought of, it came to fruition. King of the transition. We never switch.